of Poor Man Mods. Today I'm going to show you guys how to build your own boost controller. Now I have to warn you, if you make this and you want to put it on your car, you must have a boost gauge and a wideband, not just a narrowband that you can hook up into your OEM oxygen sensor. That's not accurate enough. You want a real good wideband so you can get a good reading. If you don't have a wideband and a boost gauge and you install this on your car, your motor could go bang and then you will start to bawl your eyes out, or just you might want to cut something off down there. But it just won't be good. So if you go to build your own boost controller and install it, make sure you have a wideband and a boost gauge so you can monitor everything. Now, everything that we need for this, I was able to get at your local hardware store. We got a 1/4 inch brass T. We have a 1/4 inch spring that will go inside the T, which is the main part of the boost controller. We have two 1/4 inch to 1/4 inch barbs. These screw on to the T and they hook up to the hose that goes right to your wastegate. We need a 1/4 inch ball bearing to go inside of the T, and then we need this bolt and nut to tighten it. And all of this cost me $12 today at True Value. You will also need these pliers to cut the spring that goes inside of the boost controller. But the first thing that we have to do is put the brass T's in. Now a lot of people use thread sealant on these. I don't. I mean, when you crank these down, they're going to seal pretty good. That's what they're made for. I have one on my car already without thread sealant and it works great. Once we get these on, we really have to crank this bottom one down on first. So let me do that real quick. So I'm just going to really crank down this bottom one first, because this one needs to go up as far as possible. And see, these pipe threads get thicker as you go up, so they get really, really tight as you go deeper. That's why you don't really need thread sealant, because these things are already freaking tight. So we got these barbs on. The first thing we have to do is put the ball bearing inside the boost controller. And we had this spring. We had to cut it a little bit because it was too long. It was sticking out the top here, so we made it just barely come up to here, so it's not going to be too tight when we already put this bolt on. So now we got this bolt with a lock nut on it. It's just a regular nut. Screw it on, lock the nut a little bit. To increase the boost, you have to tighten this bolt. And you have to use a wrench on this because you're not going to be able to tighten this bolt and these pipe threads because they're made to get tighter, so you need a little bit more leverage to tighten this. We got the bolt tightened to where it needs to be, so as of right now, when you put this on the car, it will increase the boost because this is restricting the amount of air going to the wastegate. And to lower the boost, you just loosen the bolt right here, or to increase it, you tighten it. It's as simple as that. The tighter you go, the higher the boost, more power you get. This barb, the top one, is going to your wastegate, and this is coming from your vacuum or boost source, intake manifold, wherever you have it from. And I will show you where I have it located on my car in a little bit. But just to recap everything, this cost me about $12 to make. All it is a bolt with a nut, a spring, a ball bearing, two brass T's and a T, or two brass barbs and a T. I'm going to show you where it is on my car. Yes, my car is dirty. And here is my boost controller. See, the top bar was going right to my wastegate, which is right down there. And I'm getting my source from the vacuum line that goes to my boost control, or to my power booster. I just teed it right there. And there she is. You can increase the boost as little as probably 1 pound with this, and as much as I have no idea, but I only increased it by 2. A lot of them you can't do that little, but with this one you can. 12 bucks. I got maybe 30 horsepower out of it. Definitely the best 12 bucks I've ever spent, and it made that baby go a whole lot faster. Well, that concludes this episode of Poor Man Mods. I appreciate you. Go out there, make your own, and make sure that you have a boost gauge and a wideband installed in your car before you put this boost controller on your car. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.